Hello, my name's Jess, and today I'm going to take you through a really short flow that's perfect for any time of day, to be honest, whether you've first woken up and you're feeling a little bit stiff, or perhaps you've been sat down for a prolonged period of time, then this is the perfect way to get things moving and feeling a little bit looser. So we're going to start on the floor in our tabletop position. So roughly we've got shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, and we're going to start with one of my favourites, cat-cow. So on the inhale, you're going to feel as though you're arching through the back, allowing belly to come down towards the floor, chin comes out in front to find our cow pose. And on the exhale, we reverse the movement. So we tuck the tailbone under, draw belly button in towards the spine, creating this nice arch through the upper back to find our cat pose, really pushing through the hands. So we inhale, come into cow, using the breath to help us find the movement, and exhale to find cat. And this is a really nice one just to get the spine moving, but also we've got lots of variations that we can play with, so we can either stay here, or if you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, we can start to articulate through the spine. So initiate the movement at the pelvis. So coming into neutral spine to start with. If we're coming into our cow pose, we're going to tilt the pelvis forwards. So tailbone goes up towards the sky. Allow the belly button to come down to the floor. Chin is the last thing to come up. So we're rippling up the spine like a wave. And then for our cat, we're tucking the tailbone under, drawing belly button in towards the spine, flexing as we go. So you've got your options, but we're trying to find that sensation of isolating each of the individual vertebrae in the spine. Do one more each way, whichever option you've chosen. And then coming back to neutral. Then from here, we're going to send right leg straight back. Find your balance here first. And then we're going to take that leg all the way out to the side, so you might get a little bit of cramping in the hip. So that right leg is straight, and just shift your weight forwards and back. Starting to open things out through that inner leg. And we can walk the hands up. We're going to keep the legs as they are. Bringing hands onto the hips. You might want to move that leg slightly further back. And then we're going to inhale, arms up. Bring the right hand onto that right leg. Left arm up and over. So it's a nice side stretch down the left side of the body. Inhale, both arms up, reaching up towards the sky. And then taking them back down into our tabletop position. And we're going to bring the right foot forward this time, so it's going to take the place of our right hand. So again, really challenging the hips to take that foot forward. You might need to walk it or use your hand to help you a little bit. And then coming up, so we're standing on that left knee. Bring hands in towards the temples. Inhale, feel as though you're being drawn up through the crown of the head. And exhale, twist towards that bent knee. So again, we're using the breath to help us with the movement. So we inhale to find length, and we exhale on the twist, and we're just twisting towards that bent knee. One more. Nice. Coming back through center, we're going to lift the arms up to the sky, tuck the toes of the back foot. We're going to use the glutes to really drive us up. So straightening that back leg, coming into this crescent lunge. And you've got the option to stay here and hold it. So straightening that back leg, nice bend in the front knee. Or if you want to add a little bit more, we're going to keep the leg steady, and on the exhale, hinge at the hips, send the arms behind us, really engage through the backs of the arms, so through the triceps. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, tilt forwards. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, tilt forwards. Inhale up. Nice. And then from here, we're going to ground that back heel Your left toes are going to point out towards the long edge of your mat. We're coming into our warrior two. Holding this just for a couple of breaths. Notice if you're shifting your weight forwards over that front knee, can you draw the torso back so your shoulders are roughly over the hips? Nice soft gaze over that front hand. Then we're going to inhale the arms back up. Twist towards the front of your mat, come onto the toes of the back foot. That left knee comes down first. Plant the hands either side of the right foot. Take that knee back. So we're back in our tabletop position. Reset if you need to. And then we're going to send the left leg straight back. Find your balance here first. And then draw it all the way to the side. Get a little bit of cramping in the hip. Waking it up, and then shift the weight forwards and back. It's a nice gentle stretch through the inner leg. And then from here we're going to walk the hands back. So we're coming, standing on that right knee. Again, you might want to shift that leg slightly further back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, left hand onto the left thigh. Right arm comes up and over, so it's a nice side stretch down the right side of the body. Inhale, back up. Reaching the arms up before taking them back down to the floor. Back in this tabletop position, and left foot is going to take the place of our left hand. So really lifting the leg, using the hip strength. If you need to use your hands to help you, then do feel free. Inhaling the torso up, shoulders roughly over the hips, which is roughly over that right knee. Hands into the temples. Inhale here, feel like you're standing tall. Exhale, bend towards that left leg. So we're just doing 3 here. Inhale, center. Exhale, but we're not collapsing on that twist, so we're still feeling like we maintain that height. Keep that structure through the torso on the exhale. Nice. Reaching the arms up, making our way into our crescent lunge. So tucking the toes of the back foot. Use the glutes, really drive the legs up, straighten that back leg. We're in this crescent lunge. Again, feel free to stay here if you want a little bit of stillness, or you can include the tilts. So we inhale to find the height. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Send the arms behind, just really engage through the arms. Move through a few here, but try not to feel as though you're just going through the motions. You can do this very easily if you're not engaging the arms, but notice the difference between just moving through it and actually engaging, really feeling that hugging in towards the midline. Nice, and then from here, keeping the arms lifted. Inhale, find height. Exhale, ground the back heel, send the right toes out towards the right long edge of your mat to find warrior two. Again, notice where your torso is. The tendency for most of us is to be here, but actually can you draw it back so we're a little bit more central, and feel free to play with your alignment. You might want to take your feet slightly wider so you feel as though you can get that bend into the front knee, or you might actually want to bring them a little bit closer. It's not an exact science, so do what feels right for your body today. Then inhale the arms up, plant the hands down, take that knee down to the floor, left knee back, so we're back in our tabletop position. And here's the perfect point if you want to take a nice child's pose. You can take the knees wide, send the weight back, but otherwise we'll leave it there and you can go on with the rest of your day. So I hope that felt good, but any questions, do let me know.